As we watch Walmart earnings better than expected, but the revenue missed expectations. Joining us right now to talk more about that is Guggenheim Securities Senior Managing Director Bob Drabble. Great to see you, Bob. Thanks so much for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
What's the take on the trading desk? What's the take from investors this morning or sort of over the last 6 months to a year in terms of this idea that things are slowing down?
Well, I think generally what we're seeing from consumer spending is still pretty healthy. And, I think there's definitely concerns on the future. But when you look at how the retailers are managing the business and this, the blend of physical and digital, it continues to evolve. It's been disruptive, but many good retailers are navigating it well. And Walmart's one of the very best, I think.
So how has the retail story been this week? We had Home Depot, we had Macy's, now we have Walmart.
We focus on Walmart for a second when we come back on the others.
Yeah,
but from Walmart's, 3.4% comp, this is a company, if you go back, a year or 2, 3 years, people were always skeptical they could do what they're doing. And e-commerce was up 43%. So 3.4, a little below what we had. We were estimating a 3.5. But the e-commerce piece of it is a big piece of the puzzle. And, these guys are in the game. They're really doing a great job of the execution side. The management's really put a good strategy in place, and I think they're very well positioned.
You got to be tough to compete with Amazon, James.
Yeah, I'm wondering, do you see this, Bob, as Amazon versus Walmart online? You see a lot of other competitors rising up, or is it really just these two titans with Walmart maybe finally having its online game together?
I think generally this is a global battle that's underway, and it is Amazon versus Walmart. And I think Walmart has clearly positioned itself as a strong number two. I'm not convinced over time, that Walmart will ever overtake where Amazon is on the e-commerce side. But you are definitely seeing this mix of physical and digital. And Walmart, with the Jet acquisition, with the Flipkart acquisition, and then you go back to Amazon with the Whole Foods acquisition, you're really seeing this play out. And, it's a...
So it sounds like the revenue miss doesn't bother you.
No, not in the... 3.4, 3.5, they seem like they're executing quite nicely. The e-commerce piece accelerated throughout the year, and I think will continue to accelerate in Q4. They had some, operational missteps last year that I think they've corrected going into the holiday season. This is just a very well-positioned retailer.
Walmart, their app is actually pretty... I know that they tried to compete with Amazon. I actually think that their app has been pretty great. I'm a prolific Amazon user. Are you seeing much of many converts, though, from Amazon to the Walmart app?
Look, I think there's room for both. I don't necessarily know if there's converts from one to the other. Walmart continues to remind us every time that we see them that there's no Prime membership fee. You can shop on Walmart for free.
Right. That's a good point.
Yeah, and they really focus on it from that perspective. They built up their marketplace. I think there's now 70 million SKUs on the site. They're really doing a great job, on the segmentation and integrating it with the stores. Their plan is to continue the grocery delivery, grocery pickup. They're executing that well. That's one of their core competencies.
So what are your expectations for the fourth quarter then? We've got the holiday shopping season right around the corner. Black Friday now a week away.
Oh my God!
Black Friday is next Friday.
No.
So what are you expecting from the next couple of weeks?
I think what you're seeing right now is many retailers are trying to get a jump on the holiday season. So some of the Black Friday specials are already available. It's going to be very competitive. It's always very competitive.
Starts earlier and earlier.
Earlier and earlier. And Thanksgiving evening or Thanksgiving afternoon, and then Cyber Monday. In terms of all the strategies, it's very competitive. It's always very competitive, and I think the big interesting thing to watch this year is toys are up for grab because of the Toys R Us piece, and Amazon did a catalog, and Walmart always has a great position on the toy business, and we're watching that very closely because there's a lot of dollars up for grabs.
So are you expecting a good fourth quarter in terms of spending?
Yes, we are. Absolutely. I think when you look at the unemployment rate, you look at the wage growth around, the U.S., consumers are benefiting from that. Oil and gas is dropping, as we speak.
That's true. That's a good point. Yeah.
And, home heating oil, there's definitely some pressures. But from the macro perspective, consumer spending, consumer sentiment is very, very healthy. And we're pretty optimistic around what we're going to see this fourth quarter holiday.
So speaking of toys, I just wanted to ask, who do you think is going to pick up the majority of the Toys R Us business?
Every retailer that sells toys is pushing like crazy for this share. You know, I just think the ones that have been winning in toys are going to continue. I think Amazon, you know, they did this catalog for the first time, I think, ever. And
it's a big opportunity.
It's a big opportunity. And
even Walmart and Target, they widened some, I was reading, widened some alleys and some aisles so that people can really navigate better and look around.
Increase the square footage allocated to it. And, you know, a lot of the retailers are there. And, you know, some companies are doing, you know, the Lego exclusives. You know, some brands have become more available in terms of, you know, distribution. So I just think the category is there. Electronics is always, you know, a huge piece of it as well. But it just feels like it's going to be hugely competitive. It's going to be a great time to be a consumer because of all this competition that's going on.
And we're getting October's retail sales numbers in about an hour and a half or so. Is it priced into the market at this point that things are going well, that we are seeing a strong consumer still?
I think so. I mean, the retail stocks have actually been pretty good this year, and
even with that swoon in October.
That's right. I mean, they've actually held up quite nicely. You know, I think that when you look at a lot of these macro elements to it, there's a very constructive story to tell. And the other side of it is that inventories appear to be very well managed, so it will be competitive, but you won't have a lot of like massive clearance sales, you know, from that perspective on supply demand.
I'm glad you mentioned inventories. Good point, yeah.
And macroeconomy. Consensus now for a good, not great third quarter. I know you don't make sort of GDP predictions, but at least the consumer piece of it sounds like maybe we might get a surprise to the upside.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, I think the consumer is in great shape, you know, this whole year, you know, looking into it. You know, the energy prices is a big factor as well. But when you look at job creation, you look at wage growth, you know, you look at some of the other expenses that are going, you know, the consumer should be in a very strong position heading into next year.
So is the Apple debacle then an Apple story specifically to Apple? Because Dan Niles was on this program a couple of weeks ago. He was real worried about inventories at Apple. We saw what they're doing with unit sales. They're going to give us less transparency. When you see Apple, you know, take the dive that it's taken, you have to wonder if it's sort of indicative of something bigger. You don't think so? It doesn't sound.
I would tell you that my colleague Rob Sear actually downgraded this stock yesterday, and I think I can tell you his theory generally is they've had average selling price benefits, and if units become weaker because less people are trading up, the average selling price won't be enough, you know, because they're lapping the increases last year, and so he's more concerned, you know, in terms of what he's seeing from the upside of the stock.
Yeah, I think there's even another supplier this morning talking about the iPhone 10s and one of the component pieces. We also had that Lumentum news earlier in the week, although I should say neither Lumentum or Apple actually confirmed that they were each talking about the other, but it seems to be one of our biggest, you know, partners is anticipating a slowdown.
Yeah, that's interesting. I mean, Apple's a story that you have to watch because of the size and the popularity. So just to be clear, you would buy Walmart here?
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, you like
long-term.
Even the valuation looks good to you.
The valuation is at a premium. However, I just think if you look longer term at what they're doing, this is a company positioned to win over the next 5 years, you know, in a very strong basis. I think they're executing well. They're building a great ecosystem globally, and I feel like they're ahead of the curve in terms of this blend of physical and digital.
All right, we'll leave it there. Bob, it's great to have you this morning. Thanks so much. Bob Drbul, Guggenheim.